Land management. It is a part of TPCC competition just to have a presentation on different issues. Okay, land management is one of the important issues as of date because land is a natural resource which is available on earth, but due to excess growth in population, there has been an artificial scarcity of natural resource. So, how to can you manufacture or produce land? No, we need to use whatever is available. So, how it happens? It is only by management. It is how we plan, we manage the limited resource. So, let us speak about our country. India is the 7th largest country in terms of area. What is the area of Indian subcontinent? 3.28 billion square kilometers. Out of which 21% is forest, that is natural vegetation, and 2,14,000 hectares is of artificial vegetation, that is agriculture. So we have two major things on land we do. What is that? Vegetation, next is habitation. Vegetation is plants and other species to live on, and habitation is for us to live. So this habitation happens in rural and urban areas where we make our buildings, connectivity, infrastructure, all other things. And vegetation is that which we make other species to live on the earth. So in this earth, the two major activities are vegetation and habitation, and for both of these the interlinking is water. For vegetation and habitation to happen, we need water. So to utilize that both for vegetation and habitation, we use water which is containing of major part as well. So India consists of more than 14 lakh square kilometers of water. Out of 14,000 square kilometers of water bodies, in which we have waterways, in-house waterways. Other than the ocean waterways, we have in-house waterways which is within the rivers. Water transport. Are you aware of this water transport? Airways, landways, and waterways. So within the country to move around, we have 14,000 kilometers waterways which is within the rivers. So that means we have 14,000 square kilometers of water catchment area. So these are the three major things that we find on earth, on any land. Even in our campus, when we consider only our campus, we have vegetation, habitation along with water. These are the three major things that we can find on within the campus. So 100 acre is the campus that we have. So in a 100 acre campus, there is vegetation, plants, trees, other species living on, along with habitation where we live, and water bodies. Water harvesting, we have artificial pond over there. So these are the three things we have. But is that land management planned in a good manner? Efficiently? Why? No, that may be right, may or may not be. Why? What has gone wrong?
We started clusters of all the buildings. We started clusters of all the buildings. It's like you see before, behind the effort, the whole portion that is like placed. That cannot be used for any other buildings.
That is because of improper planning and management. So, being an engineer, our responsibility is to manage the scarce resource, because we can't improve the resource, we can't produce or manufacture. So we need to make proper use of the limited available resource. So what we need to do is manage. So for manage, what you need to know, you need to make sure that you are not degrading. The existing need to be existing without degrading it. How we can, what are the different types of pollution? Air pollution, water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution. Okay. What it causes that the land is not suitable for any purpose. So we need to make sure that we are not polluting, we are not, eroding the soil and making it good for nothing. So we need to, first thing is we need to make sure of not degrading the quality of soil, degrading the land. So for the first thing is you need to make sure what are the components that degrade the land, natural resource. So next, improving the facilities within the limited resource. If you see multi-story buildings, why they go vertical? Because there is no horizontal face left. Okay, so that is how the efficient management is done within the small land by going vertical. The same way, being future civil engineers, you need to plan such a way that the existing or available resources, at least natural resources, either it may be land, water, air, is to be managed properly so that where we can use and where the future generation can use. That is what called as sustainable development, and the same concept has been implemented in land management as well, and it is termed as sustainable land management. Okay, the land which is available should be useful for us and should be also useful for the future generations. So if we cannot make that as our